Kelly Malazzi, most of us like to change ourselves. Not everyone's perfect like you, but hard to believe. Most of us like to change something about ourselves. And here's the problem. We have all kinds of drive and energy and we fall apart.
Yeah.
Places like Jenny Craig and Smokers Anonymous, they make their money on people that fall off the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
And I've found personally that the third day is the hardest, right? So no matter what we want to do, if we want to, let me back up here. If we want to, I'm looking at my presentation here. I've got my kids texting me at the same time in the corner. If we want to sell more, if we want to gain more muscle mass, we want to, change our appearance, we want to drop weight, whatever. We start off day one. And day one, Kelly, is like,
It's the evangelical day. It's
right.
the
Oh, I like
yeah.
that. I'm writing that down.
Yeah.
Evangelical day. Okay. Why?
You're just gonna be all full of it and you're gonna be focused and you're thinking about that end goal, which I think is part of the key there, Bill, is that it can't just be this nebulous, I'm going to blah. I'm gonna run a 10K on July 24th. And in case you're wondering, I just did run a
I
10K on
saw
July
it on
24th.
Facebook.
So it's knowing that there's a specific goal. So I want to land 2 new customers by the end of September
Okay.
and work backwards, right?
Okay.
So that's the day. Yeah, that first day is the
No problem.
full of vim and vigor.
No problem. And you high
Right.
five. It's well, it used to be. You're exciting. You know what? You did it. You nailed it. Okay. Second day, you wake up and you don't have the same enthusiasm as day one. Why? What happened overnight?
Well, it could have actually been difficult. That first day could have been difficult. Like, oh, those calls were hard, or I found obstacles in my way and I didn't, maybe you didn't get to it as much as you would have hoped to. It's just a matter of some different strategies if we're going to go into this, or maybe this is where you ultimately want to go with it, is maybe to put up some visual cues.
Okay.
You wake up and maybe there's one of those today is the day kind of signs, or on your desk is just a big sheet of paper that says 2, or
Okay.
maybe it has something to do with what the end result means to you, like a new boat, or whatever it is that you hope to achieve by, what that end goal means to you. It's good to surround yourself with some images of that, I think.
Okay. All right. I agree. But, we have about 50% of the enthusiasm we had day one, but we make it through. For some other reason. We make it through. We make our 5 calls. That's great. Day 3, this is where it all falls apart.
Yep.
I wake up and I am distracted. Something else comes first, but I'll get to it. I will get to it. I'm not going to do it now. I'll do it at lunch. I'll do it before lunch.
Right.
I'll do it just after lunch. I'll do it mid-afternoon. I'll definitely do it before I leave.
Oh,
my
that
God.
client called and that client needs me.
Right.
And
That's important. I have to do that, Kelly. I couldn't do that because this other thing came up and it's important. And I don't see why you don't see that. And the day is gone. And now we're at day 4. And then
you just abandon ship altogether.
Yeah, or we get back on it, but then we fall off again, and we maybe do 3 out of 8 days. And I see it a lot in the sales challenge. I got to get on these people and say, keep going, keep going. It's okay if you don't hit every day. That's okay, but you got to make up for it.
Right.
That's why you want to have reasonable goals. So how do we get around that? How do we get away from that? Whoops.
Well, one of the first things I think is to involve other people in your endeavor. If I want to achieve some kind of goal, I might hire a personal trainer. I might tell a couple of my girlfriends, hey, meet me in the park and we'll run together. So when you involve other people, it's kind of this way of proclaiming yourself, but it's also a way of it's almost like public shaming too, that if you don't do it, you're going to have people going, hey, did you get that mileage in today? Or, hey,
Right.
did you make those calls? If you tell your CSR manager and the person in the cube next to you and your boss that you have this goal, and again, more importantly, what the goal means to you and what that result is going to be, then you've involved other people and now it's kind of a community affair. And in fact, maybe some of those other people might join you in this, so you have some commiseration and you have some, way of reflecting to each other how it's all going.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm trying to help my oldest daughter to manage her money better. And she was very clear with me. She said, Dad, I want you to stay on me on this thing. I said, write it down and send it to me.
Yeah.
Because I will, but I don't
Right.
want you mad at me. But, I do. I call her up and I say, okay, Katie, how'd you do in your budget last week? All right, what were your excuses that you didn't reach it? And congratulations for that one that you did reach. Involving other people is huge.
Yep.
Understanding that third day. I think number one, understanding that third day is going to be really, really hard. So you wake up and you say, I'm going to recommit myself. Why was I doing this in the first place?
Right.
What's my motivation
Yep.
for it? Is it the carrot? Is it the stick?
Right.
Okay? Understand, it's going to get harder. And it's like that quote on all my emails. It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everyone would do it.
Right.
The hard is what makes it great. I try to think about, okay, how proud I'm going to be of myself when I get it done. Even though I don't really want to do it today, I'm going to be really proud of myself when I do. And that's typically what gets me through. The third one is to say, all right, I'm going to set some goals at the end of day 2. So I'm going to know going in that's going to be difficult. So I'm going to set some goals. I might put a time limit on it, Kelly, and say, I'm going to get this done before 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's a
Very
big
good.
one, right? Because you add time, that's accountability. I am committing to it. So there's our day 3 talk. I feel like we were nagging.
Yeah.
There's our day 3 talk. So, all right, Kelly, thanks for your thoughts on this week's Short Attention Span webinar.
Absolutely. Go get them.
And we'll talk again next week.